Well, hello and welcome to the Pastor Study. We can read about Christ's death on the cross and all that he went through. We can read about the events. But do you know that in Isaiah 53, he spoke and gave to us a picture of what Christ would endure and go through for our sakes long before it ever happened. He says, "Who has believed our message, and to whom has the Lord been revealed?" He goes on and he comes down. "Surely our grief he himself has bore, and our sorrow he carried. Yet we ourselves esteemed him stricken, smitten of God, and afflicted. But he was pierced through for our transgression. He was crushed for our iniquities. The chastising of our well-being fell upon him. All of us are like sheep have gone astray. Each of us has turned to his own way. But the Lord has caused the iniquity of us all to fall on him." This is talking about what Jesus Christ would endure, what he would take for our benefit, taking our sins upon his life. It says he was oppressed, he was afflicted, yet he did not open his mouth. Like a lamb that was led to the slaughter, like a sheep that is silent before its shearers, so he did not open his mouth. By oppression and judgment he was taken, and as for his generation who considered, he was cut off out of the land of the living for the transgressions of my people, to whom the stroke was due. He was cut off from the Father, for you and for me. We need to understand that. Reading down a little further, it says, "But the Lord was pleased to crush him, putting him to grief. If he would render himself as a guilt offering, he will see his offering. He will prolong his days, and the good pleasure of the Lord will prosper in his hand. As a result of the anguish of his soul, he will see it and be satisfied. By his knowledge, the righteous one, my servant, will justify the many, as he will bear their iniquities. Therefore, I will allot him a portion with the great. He will divide the booty with the strong, because he poured out himself to death, and was numbered with the transgressors. Yet he himself bore the sins of many, and intercedes for the transgressors." Victory is won. And now for you and for me, he intercedes on our behalf to the Father. He carried our sins that day on the cross, freely giving his life, so that we, in turn, trusting him, could live with him. Goodbye, and may God